Good day and welcome to the program Midday Show. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We simply studio on the internet on www.radiodemocracy.sl and we will bring count on this edition from Bull. I am Jaffa Mans Davis. A call time inside the program, we get plenty news, information, newspaper headline, entertainment. So do with me for the next 1 hour inside the program Midday Show. And to you, where they get with from wherever they get with from, remember to able for be part of the program by where go use the number 077 981 981. The number again 077 981 981. For add the voice to the different thing they will look at inside this edition of the program Midday Show. And therefore, we social media viewers them we. Una self able for be part of this edition of the program by way how una can join the conversation and use the comment section in our Facebook and YouTube page and ask questions or make a contribution on the different thing they will look at inside this edition of the program Midday Show. They look at the call for inclusive classroom and greater support for children with special needs. For help, we talk more about this. We're in the studio today with the founder and executive director, Education and Development for Special Needs Children in Sierra Leone. We're Yvette Cole-Smith. Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of the program.
Thank you very much, and hello, listeners and viewers.
Yes, before we can look at a call for what the call for, let's talk small bit about the education and development for special needs children in Sierra Leone organization. What's the idea about?
Okay, basically, me na a caregiver, a mama to a special need begin with na hearing and speech impaired to get. So, this organization come about because of my profession as a journalist, because we say let's talk on the disability issues the way they are around the country. So now we try for come together. Because I talk to me company journalists, then we come together and establish this organization here. So 2 years back we established but the idea me don't do, but you know the challenges as a mother of 3, a single mother, you get other able picking, you get disabled picking, so you get for balance between them two. So why make we come with the education and development for special needs children in Sierra Leone? And for make we get a sustainable advocacy and same way so a sustainable lobbying. That's how we would lobby like where the topic we talk. So where we go the lobby for picking them, apart from the picking them, the mama them, then the caregiver them. And same way so women where they live with disability because now they're more vulnerable. Because at that stage, if you see you miss that picking the in actual talent, in the skills training or in the academic field, you never give them the exact way forget for make it become somebody in the society. You will fail not say end up in a street. So that make we come up with this organization for raise awareness, talk about the acts, talk about the policies them, the practices them, how then they put them how they work in the country, and make we get an activity-based resulting. What do we mean by that at IDESNE? You know, can almost say I don't implement this thing. We get for as we organization because we are media people. We get for know waiting actually this organization implement if actually is sustainable, if it benefits the picking them, or if they benefits the mama them, or women with disability. Especially when they talk about the 30% quota because one for see women and they take part, disability women and they take part inside governance, politics, and other strategic positions them in the country for make themselves will get a voice, for talk for themselves, and for represent themselves in any area in the country.
So again, any specific event or action they will really push on for say, no, it's high time this kind of organization, education and development for special needs children in Sierra Leone, need for day?
Yeah, I think one thing will push me more now that you know say most of the projects within the camp they get a time frame. You understand me? Becoming benefits in one program. We get a time frame. Me as a journalist, I find it difficult for continue for take care of when the program end. It was very difficult. So I begin consider about what about that woman who sell na market? What about that mama who dey in that village? We born pikin, we na disabled pikin. How we go able for cope? Because me, we na journalist at least, I know people, you understand, I dey work, I dey get small thing from London. It look difficult for me for take care of Arthur. Because as I tell you, because they interview me for this family, they would get one of the caregiver, they would interview. Disability pikin very, very expensive for take care of them. From that stage where you don't born and we don't diagnose and say if you say you want to make it learn something, then very expensive because what you they spend per that pikin and what you they spend per the able pikin, it's a very big space. So that make we say okay, we need for talk about them things there so because me no say the inclusion is good because now one parent then will make some of we not able for make stigma put in a corner and discrimination for picking them and make we able for accept to picking them fear of we able for accept to picking though other family then they still keep them picking them at us and we still would talk to them at either's neck as a mama for make no matter what types of disability you picking get you get for try for make a learn something. You get for try for put on the right way because we know how to see them at school. Now I make one pound we goals them now for catch them young, we come with them into a learning space. We say then go able for learn better thing. And tomorrow by we go see the percentage of them going to street they reduce and not go than where it increase so now as we see.
So now highlight for we the work the way this organization they do because they get education and development and they get a keyword about special needs children in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
Who's can work on they do?
Okay. For now, because we don't get two activities, we don't get. So we get
no reach to that.
Okay.
Like specifically
we
about the
work
kind of
basically now the talking.
advocacy.
Advocacy is the advocacy and lobbying.
On waiting.
For now, we the lobby for classroom inclusion because it's very challenging. Though we the lobby for caregiver livelihood support because the caregiver they actually the strain because you cannot say inclusion you left out the caregivers them because now they get for get up picking the lunch for going to school and then get for buy uniform and then get for buy suits and then get for buy bag so for me that picking they go get another school sector they very challenging so now that make we they raise the banner through the media in same way so the one that who sabi they meet them and talk to them because even the chairman made me talk. So I for say we need to get a space. We say we will get a fund for support caregivers them. We know say we not get all the money for give them, but at least when they know say government gets in at and inside that support they we need for get a monitoring strategy because most of them come rather I go talk this it's true because myself don't this same when they get picky when able and get disabled picky if you give them small couple and they go put them para able picking and forget about the disabled picking and then get for no say acceptance very key and then get for no say them picking and they're very brilliant and when they say they want learn this then they learn them and tomorrow by themselves will enjoy them.
Okay, continue for still too. When we come back to you, we'll come and look at when you talk about special need in this context, if not for picking the way get autism or every kind of disability. But the program will continue, and when we come back, we will continue the discussion. This time, we'll go for take one of we issue them inside the program. We'll go inside the technical advisor for energizing development project na Salon, Nicholas Meyer say inside the past 9 years, the NDEF program do able for benefit about 26,000 people with clean cooking energy stove at different parts of the country. He talk this inside one engagement with the German International Corporation GIZ with government official donor partner go get for talk about the impact of the different things they wouldn't only do. Well, for more on this, make we join with reporter Alassane Bangora as he gonna report.
For International Corporation GIZ, na organization where they work na Salon, where they give support to government, like the Energizing Development Project, NDEF. Good is support of the donor partner them, like the German Federal Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Norwegian Agency for Development Cooperation and the Norwegian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Swiss Agency for Development Cooperation, and the European Union for promote economic development, expand access to electricity, clean cooking energy, na hard to reach community them na the country. After 9 years of implementation, the end of project don't full up. For look back to the end of project implementation, waiting the organization achieve and the challenges them when them face during the implementation, make GIZ, the Ministry of Energy, and then partner them all one stakeholder engagement. For sake of this, the country director for GIZ, Raphael Frackin, explained.
It is a great honor and pleasure to welcome you to this high-level closing event marking the successful implementation of the NDEF and TUSL1 initiative in Sierra Leone. Today is not only a moment of reflection, but also a celebration of partnership, shared commitment, and the collective progress we have made towards advancing sustainable and inclusive energy access across the country.
The Minister of Energy, Cyril Grant, talked about the importance of the NDEF project to Salone.
Over the past 9 years, initiatives such as NDEV and TUSL1 have delivered tangible, measurable impacts across Sierra Leone, particularly in rural and underserved communities. Through increased access to clean and modern energy solutions, these programs have contributed significantly to improving livelihoods, stimulating local enterprise development, and creating economic opportunities for our people.
Inside Ion Talk, the technical advisor for the NDEF project na GIZ, Nicholas Mia, talked about some of the achievements them and the number of people them who don't benefit from the NDEF project.
Since 2017, NDEF has enabled 17,110 people to gain access to electricity, including more than 11,000 people through the EOCO-financed TUSL action. Through the TUSL action, 2,892 households and entrepreneurs gained access to productive use of energy technologies through innovative financing and subsidy schemes. In addition, more than 1,000 individuals received training in renewable energy and have also focused on expanding access to clean and efficient cooking solutions. This was particularly important because the majority of households in Sierra Leone rely on traditional biomass for cooking, which has implications on health, the environment, and the household's expenditures. More than 26,400 people gained access to improved cooking solutions.
Nicholas Mia continues to say, na about 10.6 million euro they invest na the NDEF project.
Over the program period, a total budget of approximately 10.6 million euros has been invested to support inclusive and sustainable development through market-based approaches.
And same way so say, GIZ and them partner them will continue for give support to the government of Salone for improved access to electricity and other one them na hard to reach community them na the country. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Alassane Bangura, the report.
Well, from that report, say the program midday show, they continue inside the program. We still get Yvette Cole Smith, we now the founder and executive director, education and development for special needs children in Sierra Leone. Now, we just don't talk about the background of this organization. We're able to establish when you talk about special needs according to this organization in name. Is it that they look out for picking that we get autism or then disabled condition the way rare for see na Salone or na every kind of disabled not to look for?
We look at all types of disability, ranging from the physical, because we get the physical disability, we get the visual impairment disability, so we also get the hearing disability, we get the intellectual disability, we get the learning disability, we get the autistic spectrum disorder, and we get different types of disability. And so we look, it's a general word that make put on special needs, because some people and then a multiple disability they get. They're not able to fit into the school system. So I make we also the advocate for the caregivers, and so they will get our support for take care of them picking there, not the host, because they're not able until Papa God said and tend to reach for left the world. So they look out for different types of disability, all from physical, the impairment, all things we look at inside Ida's neck.
Okay, now let we also look about some of our activities that we want to engage with.
Okay, we first thing what we do when we establish the organization. Now for CISE, we try forget radio and TV program. Also able forget a direct communication with the disability community. Also then go get a free space for can talk, they not get no barrier, for can explain the real life stories them. We talk to ministry departments and agencies, them, body policies, them, the laws, them, and how then they practice them for persons with disability. And when we come out, we try for semi submit to different media houses, them, where I say we don't get 4 or 5 programs now in different, both online and the radio stations. They don't get disability programs now, because you say when the programs and they start, because disability issue, you get forget passion for doing, because money not the end I can tell anybody. Money not that you get for love, for talk for them people there. So that we don't achieve and we continue for talk to media houses, then forget a program or for persons with disabilities. So then we're able for come and explain them problems them, and also get for call stakeholders them for see how funding they go, what are the benefits, and how we look like for them as standing at in communities them. When we come out, we try for engage about 50 caregivers them. We do that in Ozeta Primary School, Nakisito on the Hill. We may go sit down and talk and get engagement, because we find out, say, when funding in the camp, the organizations and they tell you, say, now this funding we get for certain thing. So go sit down, we discuss for make then serve them funding the as organizations they need for the talk to the caregivers them, for know the needs them where they need. So when they go support them, it will be sustainable for them picking them. Not that why you can give pen and book, or you can give bag and thing and they, or you give somebody 2 bag, 2 corporates or anything and they, at the end of the day, they picking them, they don't able to mend them, because some Kumbra they're not able, they picking, they end up in a street. So we get to talk, everybody come with his stories, them, with them don't pass with them picking them, because we find out back during the discussions, they say, the papa then they left the picking the Kumbra, the majority of the papa, even the families them, because me go through and the families and the first discrimination, they happen inside the house before ever the community they take up. But you as mama, you get for stand strong. So me use my case as example for talk to them and tell them, say, it doesn't matter the challenges, you get for push for a picking. Because just imagine you get belly. You don't even know what kind of picking you born. Even the day we born them, you don't know. Some fortunate for detect them early. Others until after 2 years or 3 years or 4 or 5 years, you detect you can get this kind of disability then. So a lot of things come up, and we come out with one voice, say it's hard time organizations and need for the gets we into even into policy. You understand, the caregivers then for the mama then for they themselves give their own idea or how the thing for work like. Even government self when they engage on disability, we need the caregivers then for for me themselves can, because when you talk to a caregiver, we actually the men picking with disability. Then you go know the pain where they go through. As the coach say, he who feels it knows it. So now that's yeah.
What it takes for deal with special needs picking them?
It's challenging. One, because of the stigma and discrimination, the only thing will make you able for take care or deal with them kind of picking in the way you accept them and love them. That's not the first stage. When you love them, you accept them. Say, this type of disability picking I don't get. Though you try for study, you try for ask other people, and because you get other parents and we don't succeed. You understand? Try for talk with them and know how to take care of your picking. It's really challenging, because sometimes you don't watch your picking, you look yourself, I said, I'm born this picture, what happened, what went wrong? So many questions they come. Because you know, say we are Africa, we get traditional beliefs, the old man, other people and get their own. But I got thank you for the with Man Buklani, we don't come in the exposure where some of them exposed, we don't say that can happen biologically where you born them picking in. So if got me, I ask questions for say, I mean, get person and my family not deaf and dumb. I'm not able to trace that yet. I'm not able, but I accept Arthur because now me first speaking, you know, in 7 or let's say no plan say na so then go born me. You understand? And so God make am in your way. In the Bible, we know say Papa God can test we for see how strong you be. Now I make any mama we get speak with na disabled, na a strong person, na a strong mother. I want to give kudos to all the mama them we get people with disability, where they work with them for fight with them, for make them achieve something in the society. But it's very difficult because even if you not get the finance for take care of that pikin, if you not get the space, like safe environment, like because you know it's a community where you do the provoking, then you ask Congress if you ask the poor, like pikin they end up in the street. So you get forget a safe environment. And you get for ready for protect you pikin. You get for ready for the check on them, for direct them, for see how they do. Because me, it's a long story for me after they from the care, say you go nursery, always in a school, always a check. Like when they say this teacher but you don't understand anything in the because me don't know my school. But when you go prep 2, the teacher they say they not go able anything they let papa mean they so offend for can go na the national school for the deaf. And even when you go there, me don't go class 2. So then get for put them back in reception, you get for begin reception back for learn the sign language. But it's even as much they learn the sign language, you get for day by and for study and you not get for left them. So because me don't reach at that stage that they gonna ask in school I go sit down. Then they don't teach me French training the JSS because if you see say in mark loop and French they affect in percentage. And you know say not the talking not the so wait I do I made them go teach me the French, me in Canada myself teach and the French, may just read them and know how for write I put an it so you go get that mark there. So in percentage go come up. So that will make it come. I think 3rd time it can force and the general for go from 2 it come 3rd for the whole JSS 1. So it was very impressive. People begin ask, how you do this? How you do this? It's just that the love, you forget the love for a pikin, you forget for accept them, you get for forget about discrimination. One thing I want to say, I love the inclusion because it give me confidence as a mama. It give me confidence for take care of my pikin. I don't care outside there. I always talk about my pikin. I thought he not go able to talk to you, but he can talk in their own way by signing. I thought he write and you understand. So that means say they're very important and they're able to do certain things then.
Okay, continue for still. We will come back the next before we can look at the call that they make. We will look at some policies and documents and way this organization thinks governments and other partner them for begin work together for get skank tools so that it go for serving purpose and benefits special needs speaking them. The program they show they continue inside the program. They go for take another issue. This time we go inside the Director of Advocacy, Communication and Outreach, National Commission for Children's Adi Valcasel say the Child Rights Act 2025 they protect picking them from child labor, violence and other challenge them way picking them don't they face in the country. Adi Valcasel talked this in our interview together democracy where even they talk about some pandits in them we they inside the Child Rights Act of 2025. We've been talking more about this too. We put our stand story inside this interview.
Now, document where they guide we as child protection people them on how we forgot about this. Speaking the rights them clearly spelled out and responsibilities then they waiting government for do, waiting the parents them for do and all for ensure say them promote and protect speaking the rights them all over the country.
What's not some of the things them way they inside this act?
I go say everything around picking business. You know, first of all, waiting at picking the rights them. Picking from where them born them, you get right to in life, you get right to name, in nationality, identity, in right for go school, for be educated. A lot of things them around picking them rights them. And one good thing where this 2025 Act come with, now the responsibilities of picking them. Because the 2007 Act not being get that clearly spelled out. So they get a lot of criticism where they will say the too much awareness of right to the picking and I make the picking in the Hamburg. So in this new one now, it gets the responsibilities of picking them.
Alright, so what's some of the responsibilities with this Act here so say?
Well, responsibilities of picking and are just basic things them way we as parents them guardians we they expect from picking them. Now just basic things like for respect elders, you mama, you papa, boss, you big pass you, for help them in times of need, help around the house, for respect law and order. Governments don't put law not to read or tinaya picking for ensure say not to read or day. Then send picking at school now in duty for study hard, for be studious and for do well na school, for them one they will get skills and talent. can use them for promote the country, like where pikin dem can go represent salon on global stages at different parts of the world. Just then things then they where they ensure say things then go right around pikin business and even the country, and also for contribute to the cohesion of the family. You know, where pikin dem na host, like as I say, for the help for do small things and na host, for help for keep the family together, not for they do thing them and they deny thing they bring problem na home, do thing and they misbehave and all. So now just then basic things then they way would they expect from pikin, and all boil down to how the parents self they bring them up, the morals and the role where they show them for perform.
All right, so how this act here so they promote the best interest of pikin dem na salon?
The best interest of pikin dem now one key thing, now one guiding principle where the act take very seriously. Where means say anything, any decision we get for do with pikin, you get for consider for say for be in the best interest of the pikin. And also in that with the act again they push say the pikin forget voice by anything we concern them, especially if you don't reach that age for make informed decisions. Tell them waiting at the thing and allow one for express in views and opinion and take them, but you get for ensure say it be in the best interest of the pikin.
What's some of the main issues them where this act here so gets for address?
This act address a lot of issues. I go say almost all issues around pikin them where they sell na market where them for at the time when they for them at school where most times what they call child labor. And I want to make this clear, the act not say pikin not for work. I don't mention just not say now one of pikin responsibility for help na the home. So the act say pikin can do light work at the age of 13, like for help clean the hose, wash pan, and then stuff then they. But any work where they embark the pikin in education, in health, and in development, na with them as child labor. So the act protects pikin them from child labor. The act also protects pikin them from all forms of abuse, exploitation, and violence. The one they do mommy and daddy business with pikin, the act protects them. Even the one they were wicked to pikin and na host, the act protects them. So the act protects pikin in all aspects of their lifestyle.
How far with the implementation of these acts since 2025?
It's a new act. I know say a lot of people they try for study and know how to go about them. But the good thing is everybody already know within their responsibilities, within their mandates at the different institutions them. And regarding the implementation, now one part they would depend so right now, because as a commission for picking them, we get a responsibility for ensure say people understand this act. Waiting then at the act, waiting for do and waiting not for do. They'll get different ways they will they do them. Like what they talk to you so now na radio, go na communities them, talk to Kumbra them, talk to religious people them, leaders them, go na schools them, talk to picking them. So now one way, so I go tell you say the implementation is on. Now thing when are ongoing, we don't start from 2007 and just continuation no more now.
Well, that now the Director of Advocacy, Communication and Outreach, National Commission for Children, Adival Kassel, inside the interview with Mastan Soare. They talk about the Child Rights Act and the work way they do for protect picking them from child labor, violence, and other challenge them we picking in the face in the country. The program midday show they continue, and the time from the studio clock fumble at 12:31. At this point, we'll pause for a short while. Take this break. When we come back, we continue the program.
Guess who's on the mic again?
Accurate Jojo.
Make we pledge we love and loyalty to the land that we love. Place where we coming home.
Nami and you for me. Nami and you for make this country. Nami and you for build. Nami and you for build this country. Put salon first. Make we put we country first. Put salon first. Make we put we country first. Home sweet home.
president, put Salon first. United we stand, divided we fall. Teamwork line go make we dream second. Make we come together, support one another.
Well, from that report, say the program midday show they continue inside the program. They continue for look at more issues, and when we come back, we come and continue the discussion of the studio. This time, they go outside the managing director, First Bank Salon, Udem Udor, say the computer and science lab where they don't renovate with new tool them where they use na the lab go up for getting to Buklan in Albert Academy School and also support technology and innovation of the country. He talk this way, the First Bank go pull the computer and science lab Nado, where they renovate na the Albert Academy School. We reporter Sonia Beb in the part of this and we put this report together.
Inside 2018, the government of Salon been launched the free quality education for picking them.
The program midday show they continue. Inside the program we still get Yvette Cole-Smith. We now founder and executive director for education and development for special needs children in Sierra Leone. Again, good afternoon and welcome to this edition, the second half of the program.
Yeah, good afternoon again.
Yes, now let's talk about some policies or documents and we on believe say help one for achieve on a goal on for achieve.
I think the most important is the Disability Act of 2011, because inside that act, you get things, most of the things in the way we talk about in terms of free education, in terms of free medical, and the education, even the one that with the university, they gets a free university education, then for another one day. So that act they really good. Though now we talk about the device one, we then at the law officers department, where the Minister of Social Welfare they work on for making them pass on a parliament. But we still wait for them because that device one, the inside we get the community-based rehabilitation program where the inside we like a strategy where they connect the community with the people and when are the persons with disabilities and organizations them. Outside them we able for care for the persons with disability and able to identify the needs them and know our organizations then for intervene because it is strategy where all OPDs then forget and organizations of persons with disability where then forget. But that act they really good because when we talk about this inclusion, classroom inclusion, the act talks say the schools they for prepare for them picking there so they forget the facilities them for take them picking there so. But we see say the schools they don't get the facilities then because I don't know because of the funding or how they forget the facilities and we're not saying our government for support them forget the facilities and they because when we talk about that classroom inclusion they were very key to me and my art because we begin to go through that. We get different types of disability in the classrooms them and they get different needs them. When you talk about visually impaired person, it needs different that are braille in need. You talk about the hearing and speech impaired, it needs different. We need sign interpreter. So when you go into the classroom, then now, especially the schools, same way they take the picking them way now deaf and dumb, you go see teacher and they dictate. I go dictate to picking way now deaf and dumb, you know the year. So that's make with the advocates to the schools them for making them tell the teachers when they go into the classroom, for me they ask which type of disability we get now in classroom there so. So then go able for meet the needs of them picking there so. Then we get so many conventions them we Salon don't sign, international conventions, then we get United Nations conventions on the rights of persons with disability, where many African countries have they use. We get different policies, then we get policies like the HRM will get in policy, the Public Service Commission getting policy for employment of persons with disability. But we still say institutions they're not able to meet up with the policies then because they not get the facilities then for take them people in there because you cannot employ a visually impaired somebody without providing documents them in braille. You're not able to work at the institutions. You cannot employ somebody when are physically challenged. You get a step way very high where you know get ramp, you know work at the institutions. You cannot get somebody with a speech and hearing impairment for work at the institutions. They will not get somebody with the interpret to So I want to work in watch the Ministry of Information, the press conference. I can actually admire the interpreters when they just wish we get the interpreters and then picking in schools them. For me, they would help them, for me, they would understand the teaching them. But forget an interpreter. Like me, so forget an interpreter for us, at least being not able because the price them within the call very expensive. So now me, the what in the land, the small sign for me able for manage now the science stream from meet up to that level, so you know go left behind.
So you don't understand small.
Yes, but it's really tough. Sometimes, pass will do a research. Like if you go under ChatGPT, it will give you education. How do you sign education? Sign language. It will explain you in words. It will tell you, say, take you this hand, put this left hand, make answer. It will give you in words. But in the understanding, because in don't learn the alphabet, the consonant, the all in sign language. So in the understand. So this is how we do it. But we get the policies them. But how to put them into practice, that is the challenge. All anything there, even inside the Act, the 2011 Disability Act, the section, the one for member, the side we say, if institutions they're not able for providing thing in the way they na the act, the commission for take them to court, it did it. That's from the term when they made the act, because the act from 2011 to now don't pass 5 years. After 5 years, all institutions then for able for meet up with that act day, but institutions are able for meet up with that act day, and we are still on it, suffering, struggling. People and they will get masters, disabled people and they will get degree, first degree, they're not able to get the kind job where they want. In fact, they're not they look themselves for even employ them. But we continue for advocate, for me then give them the space. So, and I want just one, because my dissertation with me they finally here now, because one thing I always say, when you get disabled picking, you get for push yourself, because after attending I go enter university. So myself say, okay, let me say go learn. So now what I they work on my dissertation, a very interesting topic where they work on, and that's why for popularize. My topic now that from policy to practice, a historic and strategic analysis of disability inclusion in human resource management in Sierra Leone, a case study of human resource management office. Why make I choose this topic? Because it's not about Arthur alone. Other picking and they within a college, where at the end, then go want a job, we want for sit in the streets. So we need for talk about them policies there, so how then they practice them. Are they being practiced? The policy then they work, are institutions, if the institutions then ready for the act, because the act is already there. It is a law, a legal instrument where they all for the work with. So the commission itself gets a work for do for the advocacy. We self they do we own as OPDs, we they talk and lobby, but then self gets a great role for talk about this 2011 Disability Act. Because even some Congo they don't know, they go tell you say I go to hospital, I pay for me picking medical. Where you know for pay, now free where you go to hospital. No disabled picking, you know, for taking a hospital and pay per government hospital. Now free, even big person, a grown-up disabled person, now free, you know, for pay, except a cancer, sometimes maybe then scan or whatever. But all anything and they say for day, because the act make and clear it is there, government for able and things and they for day.
If it's on a call now for inclusive classroom and greater support for children with special needs. What in una really want for achieving this one?
Well, one for see the secondary schools, and because now when they go to secondary schools, then they get that inclusive classroom when they go into the secondary schools. We want for see classroom then very inclusive.
How?
When I go there, I foresee the assistive devices and they will be picking them. Because I make with the stress on this activity based.
Now they call names. When you talk about assistive
devices, like the hearing aid, the picking forget them, like the cane stick, the picking forget, like the braille for the books and textbooks them for the in sign language.
An organization also don't pay attention to the worst way some people them the sign language interpreter, the sign language. The deaf students, like how I can tell you, the hearing deficient students,
the hearing
when they're able for sit, who they exam and how modalities of them one and they no sim for day.
No, it did, and they able for sit. Like after when me sit the Beke, I was there for help the invigilators them because they not sabi for sign to them. So me dey because we know me get somebody for as a vigilator we go day by hand for understand in need and how for communicate with them. So me as my mom in day. So like WAEC then get that the policy, I tell you the policy then day, but now for put it into practice. How for put it into practice. Like you cannot put speaking way na hearing and speech impaired, of course, into a classroom. Don't teacher come enjoy the talk. If the cannot do lip reading, because sometimes after like the first time, you know, they able to perform that better. But because you get to understand how the teacher then they talk for study then lip. So even into the classrooms, then we need interpreters and the sign language interpreters with them picking in the. Because one thing with the inclusion no look at now that the different needs of the disability. I think that is the challenge we need to talk about. Though organization in the try like is it the innovative something ministry or waiting when they talk about the app or the sign language app. We don't talk about I think but last year or year after last we talk about the app, but up till now we don't see the app it. The app not come out it. And me will me go the like a session, they ask me, I say, like me waiting me go once inside the app and English and math. Because when they understand the English, then they able for understand the other subjects then. Because then they communicate in short sentences. If you give them a long sentences, then you don't mix up, then they cannot. So now I make even at WAEC, when in the mark, then get teachers then with the mark and script them. Now I make where the invigilator they go to the ask which types of disability we get now. Because the hearing and speech impaired picking, then get the way they communicate. You know, go say, I am going to school. Albert Academy. So now so then they communicate. So when the invigilator they mark, the person they mark, you know, say, and so then they communicate in short sentences. So they get the full mark. But if you go give somebody when no say, if this pikin forgive me complete English, I the right to na stupid, because visit the pikin stupid. But now so then they communicate. But why get all them policies then they and for Arthur and other pikin don't miss it beke, they use and that make Arthur come with aggregate 18. We appreciate because people in the and talk or whatever, then they get them kind of grading day. So I appreciate that. But the classroom inclusion, and I'm not going to like it person, it's challenging. Because one thing I always talk, I say even the free quality education, I should say the one that we see don't talk on the free quality education, then skip out certain things them for picking them way the learn book. Because when you, if me mean then that team they have don't tell and say, then textbooks there, so government can give in schools there. So can we get them into sign language? Because when they're into sign language, you begin they understand more. They're very intelligent. Then they understand more. Because after and get a dictionary, what would they use? Where me sister buy na Amazon, where they use and they help them. We're starting what's in a day defend them. So if you then textbooks and they into sign language, then they understand very quick, then very intelligent. And very intelligent. So we need all those things in the classroom. And for the one that want to physically challenge, I think say most of the schools they not a ramp for them picking and pass and company they help them for going inside class and help them for coming back inside class. So it's a lot because I don't want to go to deep to the transportation sector because on the me say I can go work on a street for see how then they suffer for get transport. They want to use them chair there. So motorcar then they take them, they say because then they take space. So it's high time we begin for look how we will able to get motorcar, they were inclusive vehicles them for taking them people in the street. But it's really challenging, but we appreciate the inclusion because it gives me confidence. It build up my whole self as a mama for proud of me picking.
Okay, continue for still. We'll take one more issue. This time we'll go inside some students them where they sit the WAS examination, don't call on government for support senior secondary school them with lab facility them as then they face serious challenge for do live practical during WAS exam in the county. Then students here talk this inside one interview with Radio Democracy where they talk about the different challenge them we and they face during the WAS exam where they carry on now. For more on this, make we join with reporter Alassane Bangura.
Inside 2018, the government of Salone been launched the free quality education for picking them na government school and government assisted school school them na the country as way for improve access to book learning business and improve human capital development na the country through the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education. But this sector don't they face serious challenge, especially science students them na the country. We make Ready Democracy been talk to some science students them and at this thing gets for say.
We school no get lab. Even this seat or the seat, one for seat pass we go for go. Now other schools then we go able for go seats there. Like what we get chemistry practical pass we go na cooking for hard. I don't able for go do practical. So like cooking strain. Me call to government and for let see to some schools then when not get lab so that it we able for come in for help some schools that when not get lab.
We school not get lab from SS1 to SS3. We not able to do life practical and the equipment that we not able to see the UTI. And this one but we so much power education. We will go for go sit life practical. We not able to know what for do na the hall. This na the number one challenge we will face. Secondly, the ministry they send we na other school for go sit. And not to one school, plenty school that they go for go use one lab. And by turn we they wait for. A student not able to do practical on your own, except to do it in a group. What you go able to learn and what you go able to do as a student. So therefore, so they call up of the government for make the ensure say they make lab then now all government so that the science stream go get professional there at the country.
Ready Democracy been talk to some principal and school authority them and been same way so raise them concern here and make this call.
We get about very close to 200 people that already do science now we on school Oxford now. The challenge is being that now knew something to the picking them and we teachers them picking them go say oh this now strain for we because no one day sit them kind here and only is a theoretical business how we they do now in various class they give notes by teachers and give them one or two examples of what students they can't do so now. May call to government now dear let government can we own aid as Oxford International now Olwa for me at least now we able to do something better for produce more picking them.
Looking at the distance it looks somehow challenging because a little bit far from we own school so for you make you way to that school they also we go sit the transport business and all this now an appeal to governments make them come now we aid at least for we go get a lab center where they within we own community now yeah. If not to we own school but they very close to the community wherein if the Pekin want go sit they not go that far infrastructure there because all lenting and they way they set up that lab there if you not get money it is somehow difficult because all the chemicals the test tube all the other apparatus the way they use I buy they go buy them. A very much challenge because one the Pekin SSF not don't ever able for set eyes on the apparatus themselves all along now do we go there but for let they get that experience from touch them feel them use them no they don't available this you not crowd they care for help ask call to business if they go for camp itself or see best they go assist for lay we will forget facility of such nature for picking them because not for this year no man but going forward you understand.
As science now the backbone and foundation for development na any country make people them continue for call on government for improve the science faculty them na different government and government assisted school them so that Salon go get professional engineer them doctor and nurse them na the country. For the Society for Ready Democracy, Mina Alassane Bangura, the report.
Well, from that report today, the program Midday Show, they continue still get Yvette Cole-Smith. We are founder and executive director, education and development for special needs children in Sierra Leone. Now, when I don't get to call the established now, when I get specific time frame when I want to achieve some of them here?
Well, we get a time frame because we work on, and we get a project we work on. If government cannot train the special needs teachers, then men do the work we they do. But you know, say the funding, we not able to forget a funding because we not able to train them inside this year for 6 months.
Una organization?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Because I get the people where I don't talk to where they do sign from the school now, the primary school, and we don't talk to them. Just for 6 months, they'll get the one where they come on a university, where government they give PIN code. We get and train them for 6 months. You understand? Intensive 6 months on special needs,
the basics,
on even the technical in using braille, in sign language, then the law train them. But the fund no come. But one thing where we say we will achieve now that everybody for talk about disability because we are all potential. person with disability. So if even in a street you see somebody with disability, different types of disability, if you're able to adapt to them. And now, because on there I can go on the street, I tell people they talk to people with disability, even at the locations, them, how they take with transportations and the main park them. Some people can say, oh, can I line and can push. Then see, like in Bobo now, like model now, new road, they start me Bobo. So where you go, they don't say, I thought they go Leicester, and Leicester, I thought they go. Then see, then they. So we want to achieve, we don't achieve the media because that's a big achievement. We colleagues and they talk on disability now. They see Mama and they come up for talk for them picking them. And we also they see one thing one get as OPDs now for City Commission, they work with organizations of persons with disability, and that's we don't they talk on that, and now the commission self open up for work with persons with disability. At any time I call the chairman, he will answer me. If I doubt on certain thing, then he will explain.
This one organization, I get very good relationship with other organizations or institutions the way they push out for disabled rightful place in
yeah,
the
we
society.
get partnership with Swallowp International. We don't get one activity we don't do together. We get a partnership back with One Family People who we don't do one program together for women.
Una and the Disabled Commission.
Yes, we get a partnership because I get them certificates also when we don't do program with One Family People for women with disability. We'll go celebrate them for the International Women's Day last year. That I'm at Baft Village, being back of Omai. And away go they go see women the way they drag with the Anna grown, with the user wheelchair, how themselves they improve themselves. So we'll go celebrate them and the project may go fine. And I get a whole project where I still advocate for them because they need like the sewing machine because most of them are tailoring and they do seamstress. So some of them need money because some of them they do soap making, so they do garage tie dyeing. We get a good relationship safe with the Ministry of Social Welfare because the guy really in charge of disability man can talk and one time myself can go interview him. We get other organizations them like the T. Springer Trust because Arthur recently they don't interview me for Arthur for put her under the program. Me and Dr. Caps who can talk and he always appreciates me for my advocacy. So but we continue for penetrate into the OPD world, the NGO world for make we go get funding because you know organization young everybody gets your own perception say this money it come for the thing then they I don't work for picking them with disability because of Arthur in love without no money. Maybe use me on small they get people where they big too. Because right now we don't begin with fundraising where we get for go around and we get a whole sign language booklet, small one, where we go give somebody and try for give you something so we're able to implement 1 or 2 projects for picking them. As a mother, one thing I consider is not about the money. It's about let's see where Arthur gonna host. I don't need for art made again because me say they work a challenging at the university. Sunday I they come out work, I go class, I come back, me Arthur sit down, begin to study. It's stressful. It's really stressful. Somebody me they ask me, what's in this line up here they show so. I say you know go know what's in there me aid. You know, you get for think a lot, all and thing then. So I want that way Arthur they come on school. Me at school, I know say Arthur then I classroom where teacher lady we understand the teacher. I no need for stress myself. But now it's a lot of stress, challenge. I get for stress myself for let us understand. For meet up and a science stream, we know say science stream very challenging. But the good thing is that God helps in somebody who sabi maths, is sabi cracking, so that they help for cope with the other subjects them. But the English language it's challenging. It's really challenging with the FETAM, but it's really challenging. So we call organizations them. We name now Education and Development for Special Needs Children. We believe in education. We believe in sustainable development. We believe in the support of women with disability. For me, them come at the forefront in terms of governance.
What when I get development on a organization in name? Does this mean when I get for the lookout for then similar calls there? So for people with disability in our workplace?
Yeah.
another
Yeah,
space
we get them planned in the for look at them in the for make we empower them, even for the mama them.
Sometimes even in normal day space of how people they interact with them.
Yeah.
Because disabled people, irrespective of their disability, not can like for the feel sorry for. They want to be equal in every sense
like
and things like that.
people, yes.
All of them things that they get for involving in our work as time they go on.
Yes, as time they goes on, but what ends we get the funding or God help me with good job, because I don't care if I not get funding.
Okay.
But if I get a good job and I make I go learn at university, if I get a good job and I continue for land back, say for masters or PhD, just for Arthur and other picking them and woman them and mama them, I continue for land for get a good job. I will use my money for do them thing there. So I don't care.
In 45 seconds or so, what a message to combat them and the general public on how to deal with disabled and special need people?
I think the comrade them will not forget the courage of acceptance, accepting the beginning will take time and say so get the right skill for making return somebody tomorrow, because we want for the student state again. And to the community, we need to accept persons with disabilities, not to cause, not to anything. Now just how Papa God say that person they for be. And to the government of Salone, the inclusion is good. We appreciate them, but now therefore look inside more the planning of the inclusion, especially we talk about classroom inclusion. And same way so how the comrade for retain them picking in school, because she said the picking as then they drop out of school and they able for reach university. The one in the university because I get a case where somebody drop out from university because of certain needs them way you know able forget the main needs and the financial needs were very tough for them. I think say then get for look at that. And organizations that want partner with we get a program. Money, no money, we always get it for work. And to get the space for do it we able for do. But we need the funding also for implement, because we talk about sustainable inclusion in same way. So activity-based resulting for picking them, mama them, and caregivers them.
Plenty thank you for joining today inside this edition. I think we will tap the discussion and also because of time. Plenty thank you to the listeners and viewers them we join today inside this edition. My producer Theodore Rena make get this kind of edition of the program for me to from wherever they get we from. Me will bring come to this one from Bola named Jaffa Mans Davis. But alongside me, I've been on the work with DJ Schoolface. We make una get we live from a different radio set them whilst Mary Kamara Bangura. Make una see we live on Radio Democracy Facebook and YouTube page. Until the next edition, same station, same frequency, and same time. Have a nice day. Goodbye for now.